Good morning, everyone. Happy Boxing Day, one and all. Welcome to the post-Christmas edition of the Disney Morning Show, featuring Kyle Burbank
Hello.
and Doobie Mosley. Kyle's our managing editor. Doobie is our co-founder. We're going to talk to you about what's going on in the world of Disney over the past 48 hours because we actually took a day off yesterday. Hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas. Happy Hanukkah to everyone who celebrates, including myself. And let's get started the way we do every day. And that is with a look at the Disney stock price, which on an abbreviated Christmas Eve selling day was at 112.57. Today
Trading day, not a selling day.
Did I say selling day? Wow, yeah, let's hope not. In fact, apparently not, because it's up to 113.06 today, so it was a buying day. Yay, Disney, 113, looking to close out the year strong. Do you think it'll reach 200 by the end of the year?
No.
No, probably not. But it'll stay above 100, and that's good. All right, where's Ethan?
Before I throw it to Ethan, I do want to mention, as you'll see on the graphic, there is a chance for some severe weather today in Texas and Louisiana and Arkansas. So especially if you're in the Houston area, there might be some strong tornadoes today. So stay safe out there. And now for the frivolous Ethan.
Good morning and welcome to another LP Disney Weather Report. David Lee Roth lights the menorah. So do James Caan, Kirk Douglas, and the late Dinah Shore. Guess who eats together at the Carnegie Deli? Bozzer from Sha Na Na and Arthur Fonzarelli. You don't need Deck the Halls or Jingle Bell Rock, 'cause you can spin a dreidel with Captain Kirk and Mr. Spock, both Jewish. Tell your friend Veronica, it's time to celebrate Hanukkah. I hope I get a harmonica on this lovely, lovely Hanukkah. Let's get to the weather. Anaheim will make it up to 66 today and will be partly cloudy. Walt Disney World will be fairly cloudy today but will be relatively warm with a 75-degree high. Castaway Cay is warmer than it has been, reaching 77 today. Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point will see a high of 77 today with a low of 75. Disneyland Paris is clear tonight but the real field temp is near freezing and getting colder. Tokyo is hitting repeat once again with a high of 51 and sunny skies. Shanghai will top out at 48 tomorrow. Lastly, Hong Kong will be 66 overnight, cool to 63 by dawn, and then slowly warm back to 66 by the early afternoon. Totally logical. And that will do it for another Disney weather update. Have a great day and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.
We have a new poster. This is for Fantastic Four First Steps coming to theaters July 25th, 2025. But I thought this was fun. This ornament. I also like that it says from our family to yours, since the Fantastic Four are known as Marvel's first family. And so, yeah, it's not really a real poster. It's probably just an image, but it counts.
When's this movie come out?
As I just said, July 25th, 2025.
Thank you. I didn't say you didn't say it. I just said I didn't say it.
I didn't say I didn't say.
You literally did.
No, I didn't say that you said that I didn't say. I was just saying that I
think
said.
You said that. All right. Well, thank you for that. Before we get to what's next on the schedule, I found this interesting. Fred Ramirez says Mufasa passed Sonic 3 yesterday. I don't know how. So I'm looking at the daily. I certainly believe you. I just don't have anything to show. The dailies on Box Office Mojo right now only go through Christmas Eve, which was really close. Sonic beat Mufasa only by 7.5 to 7.1. So if you're right about Christmas Eve, about Christmas Day, wow, maybe Mufasa's going to make a comeback. Or maybe people just wanted to see Sonic first and now they're want to see Mufasa. Or maybe they all watched the Christmas parade and got so Mufasa'd that they had to go see it to get it out of their system. Sorry, is this me? Did I really give this one to myself? That was dumb.
You made notes and everything.
Oh my goodness.
I was surprised you didn't give yourself another story coming up.
Which one? We can swap. Snow White?
Yeah.
No. I'm staying away from that one. You can have all the Snow White stories just to play it safe. All right. We, last week, on last Tuesday, were able to get our own picks of the new Haunted Mansion themed gift shop over in New Orleans Square. I don't even know who got these for us, but we got them.
Jeremiah's niece.
Awesome. So we have an article with a lot more detailed pictures than we got from Disney. You can go check that out. The store is filled to the brim with furniture, including a crystal ball, a couch, the original parlor chandelier that Leota used for seances in the mansion. Interesting to note that much of the merchandise comes from outside sources. With this particular piece, which I will make my way down to, is this the one?
Yeah.
This one possibly being created by AI, which whenever you get AI creating something that's actually used, people take note. So there's
But
also,
not. Sorry, to clarify, the theory currently is that Disney purchased something that's AI generated, not that they generated it themselves and printed it off.
yeah, sorry, I did not make that clear enough because that is an important distinction from, hey, we bought this cool piece, oh, it happens to be AI versus we're now using AI to create stuff for our parks. Very important distinction. So you can go check this all out on Laughing Place. There's some really cool pieces in there that we got some detail on, including, of course, the portrait honoring Disney Imagineer Leota Toombs, the Imagineer whose likeness was used to bring Madame Leota to life and whose daughter, Kim Irvine, still is an Imagineer at Disneyland. Go check that out.
You're up next too.
Yeah, what's wrong with you, Doobie? All right, Christmas on Disney Plus. How much of this did you watch?
0.
All right, well then let's get started. They showed a commercial for Disneyland 70th, which we're going to show here. I have not found this put out by Disney on YouTube yet, but a few people have put out, you can obviously, once you have it, you can make it. So a few people have done that. This one is from Justin Quintana. And let's go ahead and watch it together since you haven't seen it, Kyle. I did see it yesterday. Yesterday. Let's see. Here we go.
Something happy is happening you don't want to miss. It's the Disneyland Resort 70th celebration. And you're invited to this special event with new nighttime shows and limited time experiences. Celebrate happy with us at the happiest place on earth. Visit Disneyland.com/70 for more details.
It says new nighttime shows, plural. Isn't there just the World of Color?
Paint the Night.
That's not new.
I mean, it's not there right now. It depends on your definition. That said, what did you think of the commercial?
It was kind of fun.
Okay, it's a very different feel, I thought, than we usually get, especially from a nostalgic, 70th anniversary. It's just like up, happy, peppy, Jason Momoa lookalike in there.
Well, you can pull them in later with the nostalgia. This is more just like, come have fun. You've been at Disneyland in a minute. Come hang out for the 70th.
Yeah, I'm not complaining one bit, but just not what I would have expected. So did you
75? I think they can lead nostalgic. I think mix it up. I like
75. They're going to have actual new attractions to feature. They don't need to go into nostalgic at all. Did you see any of the basketball game?
I did not.
Oh, this was
well, that's not true. I saw a TikTok of Daisy interviewing Adam Silver.
Which may have been the low light. The Adam Silver, not Daisy part, the Adam Silver part was really. But so I would not have watched this, but Rebecca put it on. So I was in the living room and I ended up watching the whole thing with her. It was really entertaining, actually. First of all, the tech. Oh my goodness, the tech for this. I just can't even conceive of how this is done. But
does the Spurs player really have green hair, or is that?
I could not tell you, but I can't imagine he doesn't. There's no way he doesn't.
I like the fire effect. Reminds me of NBA Jam.
It took place on Main Street. I mean, during the right after the Christmas parade, they had to clear everybody out and then set up a basketball court. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's weird. You can't see people watching in the background. Usually, the people hang out, and like whenever you're watching like one of the ABC sitcoms, you can find the line where the cast members are standing, and there's real guests instead of the fake guests that are all around the actors.
So at times, of course, the real players would be subbed out for Disney characters. So you can see Goofy and Mickey on the court. There was one point where Donald got subbed in, and then he drove to the lane and did this reverse layup. That was just so cool to see Donald Duck doing that. Pretty fun. Like I said, the tech is amazing. We actually have a review from Benji. Benji did a full review of this that we're going to summarize later on in the show. So, but it was quite entertaining. I can't watch an entire basketball game. Basketball is a pretty boring sport to me. This was very watchable.
You can watch the last 5 minutes. That's all you really need for a basketball game.
And then this actually turned out to be a really good game. It went down to the last minute. There were a superstar on each team, including Victor Wembanyama, who's like the potential new face of the NBA. So it's nice to see him have a great game on a big stage like this. I'm sure it did very well for ABC as well. So nice going. Fun event. Happy they keep doing this. Want to see them keep doing it. All right, what's next? What's next? If you missed it, they have put some of this stuff up on YouTube. Here is a performance from Red Christmas, Jolly to the Core full performance by the Descendants crew. So go check that out if you're a big Descendants fan. There's a lot of red in the shot. There was a cool thing. Cool is the wrong word. There was a weird scene of Mickey and Minnie showing off their new costumes in front of the castle, but because the castle is not ready for the 70th, they have to did it in green screen, and it was just very bizarre looking. And I found it on the Disney Plus broadcast yesterday and marked down the time. And I don't know if I marked it down wrong or I was watching a different version of the stream, but I went there now and that's not where it is. So I can't show it. So I'm sorry. And then one last thing I wanted to mention before Kyle does a great segue is there's a point, let's see. So there's a point in that commercial. I don't know if you noticed in the commercial, but there's a point where they zoom in. Well, let's just show that point.
Something happy
Early on in the
is
commercial.
happening you don't want to miss. It's the
It's actually a
Disneyland
zoom out. So Mouska Gamer, who's a really nice guy, met him at D23 Expo, noticed, let's see if I can just play it. This is actually a 3D model of the Magic Kingdom that they used, not Disneyland. So no one cares. No one notices. Someone noticed, and that's what geeks are for.
I mean, this is not the most egregious cross resort thing that they've done in past commercials. So yeah,
from it.
Again, a nice fun thing to laugh at, but really,
sadly, far from the worst. All right, your turn finally.
Well, right now, the reason that they couldn't show the 70th castle is because it has snow on it. And speaking of snow, Snow White is, they released a new clip from this during the parade. I guess I could have just gone with that.
That's what I thought you would go with.
A new song. No, I like to make it harder. Waiting on a Wish is one of the new songs from the film. And they have a clip from that. And this they did upload on YouTube, so you can watch it in all its glory. We're not going to play it because we don't want them to take our money.
We're playing
Sometimes
it.
they ban it. If songs haven't actually come out yet and then you put them up, they're even harsher. Like, it's not just Russia and Belarus getting blocked, it's everyone.
No one knows about it. Well, I guess if you're a YouTube content creator, you know that. But in general, no one knows about that.
But that movie will hit theaters March 21st, 2025 to celebrate the first day of spring by seeing a movie about snow.
Wait a minute. When is my cruise? Am I going to be on a cruise ship for that? Am I going to be able to watch that on the open sea?
Wow. Cool. You'll be so excited to do that.
I will. And finally, penultimate finally. Doobie. You're so bad at this. So we have a report. I'm guessing this is also from the same person that the full no one audio here. The full newsreel has returned to the queue for Indiana Jones Adventure. So when Disneyland reopened from the pandemic, the pre-show was cut to just show the safety stuff. The full version of Solid Safety Spiel did return the following years, but it's taken until just now that the full Eye on the Globe segments have returned to the lineup. The Eye on the Globe segments call to mind classic newsreels from the era, explaining the backstory of Indiana Jones' quest to find the Temple of the Forbidden Eye. A nice little addition brought back.
Yeah, so over in downtown Disney, we noticed that a permit was filed and approved on Christmas Eve of all days for Disneyland for the former ESPN Zone location, which has mostly sat dormant. There was a art exhibit that opened there for a bit. But so they're going to be splitting this up into 3 different sections. There'll be 2 downstairs and 1 upstairs, it says, valued at $3.5 million. But yeah, they haven't given us details on what those stores will be. We asked Disneyland. They said they're excited to tell us, but they're not going to yet.
Apparently not that excited to tell us.
So finally some development on that building that, if you remember the whole story, was supposed to be knocked down. There was going to be another hotel over there, and then yada, yada, yada. That didn't happen.
Kyle just yada, 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 like 5 years of development.
I'm
All right. And finally, let's take a look at where Disney Plus is now the day after Christmas. As we look at the top 10 in the USA Today. Home Alone 2, Santa Claus, I think that's the same as Christmas Eve. Polar Express was in the top 5 as well. But Christmas Vacation, I don't think that made the top 10 on Tuesday. So there it is. And then wait a second. Oh, Home Alone 2. Now we've got Santa Claus 2, sorry. Muppet Christmas Carol, which I saw the first minute of or so. So that's something. Nightmare Before Christmas, and of course the requisite Lion King duo, which will be 9 and 10, at least as long as Mufasa's in theaters. I have a suspicion.
Probably.
All right.
And I've had my share of bad reviews. I still remember my first good one, though. Everything else in this production of Our Town was simply terrible. Joey Tribbiani was abysmal.
And speaking of abysmal, we have Benjamin Breitbart reviewing the Dunk the Halls. That was the Disney Plus version of the basketball game. His subhead is, "Here's hoping alt-cast becomes a new Christmas tradition." Agree with that wholeheartedly. He says, this review of Dunk the Hall, Chatty says, the review of Dunk the Halls highlights it as an innovative and festive blend of live NBA basketball and Disney magic, featuring a unique animated broadcast set on Main Street, USA. While the broadcast was fun and engaging with Disney characters and themed segments, technical glitches and some missteps detracted from the experience. Overall, the collaboration between ESPN and Disney created a family-friendly viewing event with potential to become a holiday tradition. And I know from talking to Benji yesterday, one of the negatives was the broadcast team, specifically the color broadcasting. We have the play-by-play and the color. The play-by-play did really, really well, and apparently he's done a lot of these before, but this was, and I'm sorry, I don't know her name, but this was her first one of these, and you could kind of tell it's amazing that this was done live because she made it sound like it was all pre-recorded, and it clearly wasn't because she was announcing the game, but it was that kind of stilted. But it didn't really detract. The highlight was what was on the court, and it was really special. I'm gonna do a little switcheroo here and bring on Mike Celestino right now. Is that okay with you, Kyle?
That's okay.
Do you feel that there's a lot of upward mobility in the Muppets organization?
Star Wars crochet finger puppets. Wow, real raptor.
I had a scooter action figure when I was very young, like 4 or 5 years old, and my dog chewed it all up. Hi everyone, it's Mike Celestino with Laughing Place.
Hey Mike, how you doing?
Good morning. How are you? I'm well.
Merry Christmas. Did you have a good Christmas?
We had a great Christmas. Yeah, my wife's parents are in town. We spent it hanging out with them here at our apartment and got a lot of nice stuff. Did a fun family gift exchange and watched a couple holiday movies.
Oh, perfect. And showed off your new LP socks too, I noticed.
Yes. Yeah, had to wear those for the holiday. Yeah, it was great.
Very cool. Awesome.
I have a couple things to say. This hat was provided to me by Disney Products, Imperial March, back in the spring. And also, I feel like there are very few people who will be very excited about that Indiana Jones Q news, but I am definitely one of them. So happy to see that back. Can't wait to experience it myself in the park.
I'm happy to see it back. Probably not as happy as you, but it's those little things that make the difference. So nice to have it back. Did you get to see any of the Disney Plus slate yesterday? Just curious.
No, I'm not even sure to what you are referring.
The Disney Parks Parade, and then the basketball game we were just talking about. They also did a Doctor Who Christmas special. Not Disney Plus Christmas Day thing, but I watched some of the Simpsons Christmas special yesterday. First time I put Simpsons on my TV in probably a decade. It was actually hilarious. Really, really cool. The Simpsons.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Good stuff. What'd you think of it, Kyle?
I liked it. I thought it was a good episode. I like those ones where Becca said it reminded her a little bit of her favorite episode of Futurama with Bender being God.
It was really cool.
I'm sure Mike knows what I'm talking about.
I don't, but it also reignited my interest in what's the mentalist name?
I forget.
Oh, Darren Brown.
Darren Brown. Yeah, I've seen one of his specials before, and now I need to go rewatch some or watch some of the other ones because it's really fascinating stuff. All right, Skeleton Crew episode 5. Mike has his full recap and spoiler-filled review on Laughing Place. We're going to keep it spoiler-free here. What do you think of where this thing is going, Mike?
I really enjoyed this episode quite a bit. This might be my favorite one so far. it really leans into the Goonies influence this week. Like I thought the first couple were very Goonies inspired, but this one might be the most Goonies the Skeleton Crew has gotten so far, which is saying a lot. And
So there was a
there
Cyndi Lauper song then?
Good. Oh, that would be so awesome.
there were a ton of great Easter eggs, and mostly I would just say it was really, really fun. Like it's a really fun roller coaster ride, a really great cliffhanger ending that has me excited to see where it goes from here.
It's funny to hear you describe it as really leaning into Goonies even more. As I was watching it with Rebecca said, I would not be watching this if there weren't Star Wars because I have zero interest in the Goonies. So, that is your litmus as to whether or not you're going to enjoy this or not.
Yeah.
And then, so you skipped a week of Easter eggs. So what have you done this week?
Yeah, so I combined episodes 4 and 5 in my Easter egg list this week, and the list turned out to be more than 25 entries long, which is a lot to get through. But the coolest one is right at the top there. That the name of the old pirate is Jack Renaud, Rennod, which is it's got to be an homage to the director Richard Donner, backwards,
Oh wow, that's
the
really
director
cool.
of the Goonies. Yeah,
And the good version, the better version of Superman too.
yeah, the first two. He directed the first Superman, and then famously was kind of booted
Kicked off.
from the second
Which
Superman movie.
the second Superman, as it is one of the best ever. But then the Donner cut is also great. So we got two great movies out of it. How cool is that? Awesome, Mike. Anything else you've been working on? You're just enjoying some time off?
Oh no, I've been very busy prepping right now for Who's the Boss? That'll be at 1 p.m. today.
Okay, who's your guest? Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Drew Gergich from Heroes of the Halcyon podcast is coming back on the show to talk about Skeleton Crew episode 5. And then we got some fun end of year videos getting ready to go up on Laughing Place YouTube channel.
I was going to ask you to say what they were, but then you said fun, and I don't want you to have to say what one of them is after using the
one of them is fun, and one of them is a somber look back at those
which are always well done. Mike, you do a good job on those in memoriams, which is not a fun thing, but it is nice to remember. Right. It's been a rough year in general and for Disney fans. So
yeah,
looking forward to the tears. Thanks, Mike, for joining us this morning, getting up early. I know you got a lot of editing to do. Appreciate your time.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Bye.
And the rest.
All right, we are back on schedule with the rest. Is it me first? Of course it is, because I am just cruel to myself. All right, the drone show at Universal Studios in Orlando is, well, it's not a drone show. It is a nighttime show that includes drones, and the drones have been put on hiatus. So they are suspending the drone component. Why, you may ask? Following a drone accident last week at Orlando's Lake Eola, where multiple drones fell out of the sky, one injuring a 7-year-old boy, they have decided, the spokesperson says, we have currently paused the drone component of Sensational, a symphonic spectacular. Guests can still enjoy the show nightly at Universal Studios Florida. The cause of the accident is under investigation by the FAA and NTSB. There is video out there of it, and it's just crazy the way drones are just falling out of the sky. It's not like one rogue drone fell, just a bunch of them started falling. And I am very, very interested to see what the investigators find out about that one.
Well, yesterday, the new Searchlight Pictures film, A Complete Unknown, about Bob Dylan, opened in theaters, and the On Location Tours is doing a special Complete Unknown tour, which, of course, not only takes inspiration from the film, but also the life of Bob Dylan. Some of the locations include Cafe Wa, Cafe Reggio, I guess, Kettle of Fish, Gaslight Cafe, and Bob Dylan's apartment on 161 West 4th Street, and Music Inn. Adult tickets for this tour are $40 if you want to do a public tour, or if you want a private one, it's $65. And the public tour includes either a souvenir t-shirt or a keychain as part of your ticket price. So you can book, you can go, it's on the onlocationtours.com, or go to Laughing Place, and we have a link directly to the tour tickets.
So I'm going to start trying to remember to do this so people can get to know Kyle better. On a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being most, how excited are you to see this movie?
It depends. I'm kind of interested. I do like Bob Dylan. I've seen the other biopic, which was it had a bunch of different people playing. They didn't call him Bob. I don't think any of the characters were named Bob Dylan, but they were obviously like supposed to be Bob Dylan at different eras of his life, and that one was really interesting. That one's called "I'm Not There" or "I'm Not Here." I forget,
Okay.
but that one was good. I'm kind of interested to see this one, but not at the top of my list. I'll probably watch it when it comes to Disney Plus or something.
I'm Not There is the title from a quick Google.
Thank you. Do you like Bob Dylan at all?
No.
Makes sense.
That's an easy answer. Not. I don't hate him, but I have no interest.
Disneyland Paris, their Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, the best Big Thunder Mountain Railroad in the world, will be closing for a multi-month refurbishment this January. It'll close on January 6th, but reopen sometime in early 2025. As part of this, they'll make some visual additions and improvements, and the animal figures in the attraction will be fully restored. And what's interesting, I thought, is that the Magic Kingdom version of the ride will also close on January 6th, except that it will stay closed for all of 2025, whereas this should open a few months later.
I don't know how you improve on this. This is as perfect as it gets. Look at this guy.
Look at that guy. All the bats are going to come at you now in full force.
What a great attraction. And we mentioned earlier that one of the cool things on Disney Plus this Christmas Day was the Doctor Who Christmas special. Joy to the world. Well, Luke Manning, our resident Doctor Who expert, saw it, reviewed it, has a full spoiler-filled recapped it, has a full spoiler-filled recap on Laughing Place. So if you're a Doctor Who fan and you want to make sure you caught everything and you just want someone else in the world to care about it as much as you do, go check that out on Laughing Place.
The fun stuff.
I think it's kind of funny that the Disney Treasure, which has been in previews and has been kind of dominating the Disney news for a while, the actual maiden voyage comes and it just kind of drops off the radar. When a theme park opens, there's lots of previews, there's lots of excitement, and then when opening day comes, it like crescendos. But on a cruise ship, it's not the same kind of feeling because it's now off in the ocean. So, but the Disney Treasure maiden voyage is now underway. It will be underway until Saturday, a 7-day voyage, and there's some social media on there. So I just want to show just a little bit. I guess these could have been pocket pics, but they're not. So DCL Duo, which some friends of ours, Benji's been on their show a couple of times. They're probably the top Disney Cruise Line podcast. Said we just watched a live version of the Muppet Show in the Walt Disney Theater with guest star Joey Fatone. No photography was allowed, which was typical for the Walt Disney Theater, but it was unbelievable. So that's just kind of a cool treat, presumably a maiden voyage treat, but who knows? We'll find out soon. And then Becky, our travel partner from Mouse Fan Travel, was on there, and she had a fun tweet. Let me get a little bit better on this. No, that won't work. So anyway, this is from the Haunted Mansion Parlor. She writes, I'm a little obsessed with the, I should have kept Mike on to say this for me, Oitis Dac, what's that? Star Wars Haunted Mansion. Do you know what it is? Wheatus?
No.
Oitis Daiquiri in the Periscope Pub on board Disney Treasure. Sorry, it's not the Haunted Mansion Parlor. My bad. It's from the Periscope Pub. And it's just a quick little video that I will show you here. Let's turn off the audio. But they do have a lot of fun drinks on the ship, including they like to make use of this smoke bubble thing. And this is cool. And if I were Lou Mangello, I would make a joke about Becky drinking on the ship. But I'm not. I don't know her well enough to make that joke. So if you are interested in Disney Cruise Line like I am, just a reminder that the ship is out there right now. There are lots of people doing social media for the Disney cruise. And if you're interested in following along, just search Disney Treasure, Treasure Maiden, stuff like that, and follow along on some of the fun that they are having, including like that Muppet Show. And of course, if you want to book your own Disney Treasure cruise, we recommend our travel partner. You just saw her video, Becky Macon, Mouse Fan Travel. They are experts at this. See, she is doing the hard work of going on the maiden voyage herself so that she can best help you on your future Disney Treasure voyage or any other Disney cruise line or any other Disney destination or, frankly, any destination. They'll book anything for you. They do a lot of other cruise lines as well, Royal Caribbean, Celebrity, and all that. So mousefantravel.com, be sure to tell them Laughing Place sent you. And Kyle, I will assume you know what you're doing and just say yes to that.
You
What do
put
we
this
got?
in to do the other day, and you mentioned Joey Fatone being in this special show, so I thought we'd bring up Chris Kirkpatrick, who we noted was on the preview cruise with Benji. I don't know if he's back on the maiden voyage or if this is from the preview, but he had his kid go to karaoke and do Bye Bye Bye, and then
how
decided to
funny.
join them.
You said I put this in to
I
do?
thought you put it in.
It wasn't me. This is my first time
It's
seeing
usually
this.
you. That's why I said it. But yeah.
All right, let's check it out. I haven't seen this.
That's pretty much it.
Okay. I can't hear. Thank you for
Oh, you can't
letting me.
hear?
So
Oh.
I need to watch that after so I can actually hear it.
It was Benji that put it in to do. I apologize for confusing you, but it made a lot more sense if you did it.
As always, got to read the comments. We got one from Disney Parks here. Disney Parks, core memory made.
Aw.
Hate that phrase. Imagine sitting through hours of kids karaoke and being rewarded with this.
Yep, that's fair.
All right, we've reached the portion of the show where we show off Kyle's Disney knowledge of history. I could phrase that better. We show off Kyle's knowledge of Disney history. Yes, Becky is most definitely on that ship. Go, Becky. All right, we've got 4 today, Kyle.
Okay.
I found nothing for December 26th. So we did no show yesterday. These are all December 25th. These are all Christmas Day, this day in Disney history. Starting with 1925, someone was born. Starting with 1924, someone was born on Christmas Day, 1924, which means they celebrated their 100th birthday yesterday, if they were still alive. A man with a mind sharp and keen. He crafted each tale like a dream, with lessons to teach and futures to reach. His visions were hauntingly seen. Tenuous Disney relationship.
Oh, okay.
Like, he does not know that he has a relationship with Disney. Happened after he died.
After he died. Okay.
But he can be seen in multiple Disney attractions.
Okay. So everyone I'm thinking is now even older than 1924. So multiple Disney attractions. Okay. So
Well,
like,
same attraction, multiple places.
oh,
Actually, right now, I guess it's only in one place where he can be seen.
just
That should really totally give it away. Rod Serling turns 100 yesterday. Rod Serling.
fair enough.
And he can be seen in Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, which now is only in
Seen, but
Disney
not
World.
really heard. Well, partially heard, maybe.
Oh,
Who
no.
knows?
Paris, I guess.
Yeah,
Paris
Paris.
still has Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, so I was wrong. It's multiple. Okay. On this day in 1955, an attraction opened at Disneyland. So just a few months after the park opened.
Happy
On
year.
rivers so calm they would glide, with laughter and views to provide, a leisurely pace through a scenic embrace, they offered a nostalgic ride.
Okay, well, there's only so many. Is that the canoes?
No,
Is it the keel boats?
it is the Mike Fink keelboats opened in 1955 on this day. Nice going, Kyle.
It's very leisurely until it capsized.
Even when it's running, it's not leisurely. When you're on the top of that thing, that is a terrifying ride.
And it got more terrifying, yeah.
You're like,
I never did it, as far as I know.
You're like, it feels like it could tip over, and then it did. 1957. This is a film. A boy and his dog on the range. Their bond, though unspoken, is strange. Through trials they grow, till heartbreak does show a love that no time can estrange.
Old Yeller.
See, I am not cultured at all. These limericks sound so good to me. I would like someone with more culture to tell me. No, these are.
Well, it
actually
didn't
really
say
average
until
lyrics.
he had to shoot him. So
But like, till heartbreak does show a love that no time. That just sounds really good to me.
yeah. No, I mean, I think my favorite so far has been the Saving Mr. Banks one.
Yeah. Yes, Fred Ramirez, you got that. Okay, finally, 1963, another Christmas release. A lad with a fate to fulfill faced challenges, testing his will. Through trials profound, a destiny found. He rose with a noble heart still. 1963 animated movie.
Animated movie. Okay.
That should pretty much give it away.
It should. Can you read it again, please?
A lad with the fate to fulfill faced challenges, testing his will. Through trials profound, a destiny found. He rose with a noble heart still. I don't like that profound and found rhyme. I think that's cheating. So
Yeah, I don't have any context for what opened when, but I'm gonna say Ride though. Sword in the Stone.
Yeah, yay!
It's like the only thing I could think of that would even remotely.
1963 feels newer than that, but no, 1963.
3 for 4.
Yeah, that was good. I like this limerick. Although I forgot, I changed it up. I should have done a haiku for something.
I do want to point out that I'm wearing my Chiefs shirt today because how often do you get a Victory Thursday?
It's true, and you see Patrick Mahomes said that he's happy they secured the number 1 seed now, so now his wife is free to have the baby without him having to stress it. So congratulations to the Mahomes family.
Did you see Andy Reid dressed as Santa Claus? That was also fun.
How could you tell?
I don't know. Without the frozen mustache.
So how did you do this? You won both games yesterday, Chiefs and Ravens.
I think so. Ravens. I thought that might be scoreagami, but no, the one safety didn't make it.
First thing I looked up too, 31-2. That's got to be a scoreagami. Nope, it's happened twice before.
Most recent was in 1960 something though.
Wow, 30. I was. That's so funny. We both thought of that. So yesterday I had the Steelers, so I lost one yesterday. We both had the Ravens. All right. Well, everyone, I hope you're enjoying your Boxing Day. I hope you're not at work like we are. And we will be back tomorrow for our final show of the week. Guess that's it. Bye, everybody.
Bye.